a trainer or a coach, can you type in Y in the chat or just unmute and say yes? If you're not a trainer or a coach, I just want to know how many of you are there. A trainer or a coach? Not a trainer or a coach. Who was that, Sharon? Sorry, who was that?
That's an echo.
There's an echo.
Oh, my echo. So my question
Yes.
again to all of you, everybody present here is a trainer or a coach?
Some way or other.
Aspiring.
No, I'm not.
Aspiring.
Yes.
Susan said she's not.
Okay, Switchin's not. So she's the only one who's not, right? So I might ask
Yes.
you a question that not it. Okay. So I'm going to start off with a trainer or a coach. Sham, you just pick up the
And
name.
so I'll start with Lorna. Are you there? She's a coach.
All right. So Lorna,
I'm
the first
I'm a
question to
trainer.
you. Yeah, good. Doesn't matter. It works. Interpret it any way you want. In Harlina's presentation, she said that fast thinking skills are needed in high stake moments. I'm going to repeat that. She said fast thinking skills are needed in high stake moments. Now, in your experience as a trainer, Lorna, have you had to use some quick thinking skills on your feet because of something that happened during the training? You'll have to answer this in 2 minutes.
There's never been a time when I've not had to use my quick thinking skills, because you don't ever know what's going to happen in a workshop or a meeting. Just recently, I met with principals and teachers, and there was a survey about the winter school that we had, but the teachers came out looking a bit shabby, and there were direct reasons for removing one of the teachers from the program. But I had to think about that very quickly when it was mentioned to me by the teachers. What did the survey say about us? And I could not speak about it directly like that, and that threw me a bit. That surprised me. The question surprised me, and I turned it around and tried to get them to say, what do you think the learner said about you? What do you think you should work on? How do you think we can improve it? And just by turning the question back to them, I was not trying to, sort of skirt the answer. I was just trying to make sure that where students sometimes want to express themselves, they often want to first criticize something, even when it's good for them. And I recognized that. And I thought, let me ask the teachers, because teachers know when they've messed up. They are smart enough to know what they need to work on. It's not for me as the trainer or the facilitator to tell them what happened in the classroom, because I was not there. And I can tell you that as a result of that approach, the relationship with the teachers remains intact. So indeed, turning the thing around for me was that I was able to keep the relationship intact, but also the project intact. And that was the main thing. It was not about me, it was about the project. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Lorna, there's some very powerful learning for all of us. In fact, you ended with that very powerful, I think, note where you said it's not about the trainer. It was about the project and the success of the
Yes.
project and all the participants.
Yes.
I love that. I also liked how you said you would turn a question back into the question, not because you are trying to shirk it or avoid it, but you've got to just get them to open up more and get to learn from how they interpreted it. I'm assuming, of course, you would also have an answer from your own experience if it came back to you again, like a tennis match.
Yes.
Because this could go back and forth a few times. What do you think could be an answer to a question again? But well done. I love that interpretation. Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
So, yeah, well done. I'm going to actually go to Enda. Is Enda a trainer or a coach?
She's not.
She's not. So, okay, this question is for someone who's not a trainer or a coach. Enda, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sure. Okay. Once again, back to Harlina's presentation today. And she emphasized a lot on follow-up questions. I think she spoke at length about it, tried to even show us how AI has a tool to ask you follow-up questions. And if you were in a conversation with somebody that you met
Mm.
who you did not know, and you asked them if they had a daily health routine or an exercise, and they described it to you for about a minute or so, what would be a follow up question you ask them after that? I'll repeat that. If you met someone you don't know and you happen to ask them if there was a daily health routine or exercise that they had in there, they practiced, and they told you what it was, would you just remain quiet and accept it, or would there be a follow up question to that? If yes, what kind of follow up question would it be?
Yeah, thank you. That's interesting because I will follow the question by what's goal or why you do that, why you decide to do exercise regularly. Because for me, doing something always have the reason. They have a reason to do something, and the reason will push them forward because they already know what they do. In my opinion, if someone cannot have purpose or don't know the goal, they will stop in the in their journey when they do something. I mean, it's not consistent. So I will follow up by ask why they do that and what's the goal. And if I got similarity with what I do, because I also do exercise regularly, maybe we can do together. I will ask where you usually do the exercise. Maybe we can go together. We can do it together because have friends when we do something, it's always more fun for me because we can share everything. We can share our idea. We can sometimes we can also solve our problem together. I mean, each other, and it will expand my my experience because for me, experience is not something that I already passed, but also I can learn from someone else because our age not too long to just learn from our self experience. Thank you.
Wow. And I just want to ask you a question now. Have you read Simon Sinek's Begin with Why?
Pardon? Sorry.
Simon Sinek, the author, the speaker, and the writer, he's also a TEDx speaker. Simon Sinek, Sinek.
Oh, no, I don't know.
Okay, I would suggest you look it up on YouTube. Simon Sinek. The book is a bestseller. It's called Begin with Why.
Yeah.
All right, and
Thank you.
that's what came to my mind when you explained about the kind of follow-up question you asked is why. It's why are you doing what you're doing? The second thing I liked about your sharing, Enda, is that you might find some commonality, right? You said there could be some common ground. You could connect when you ask a question like that. Maybe you could do the exercise together, or they may be in your neighborhood. Well done. I like it. It's a great technique to have, actually. I'm going to go back to my next question to a trainer or a coach, Sham.
The trainer here will be Miranda.
We had few more, right? One more, maybe?
There's no trainer other than that.
No. I mean coach also.
That's me and Miranda.
All right. I'm going to probably throw it at Sham then.
Oh my God.
Sure. Sham, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah.
I'm 1 foot away from her. Miranda used a very interesting phrase, which I loved. It's called a spectrum of setbacks. When she used that word spectrum, I actually kind of really liked it. And I would like to know from you, Sham, in your experience as a life coach, or even in facilitating training or co-facilitating in it, training with me, what are some kind of setbacks you've experienced as a trainer or a coach? what are some kinds of setbacks you may have experienced as a trainer or a coach?
Setbacks. I think when we go into coaching or go into a coaching room or a training room, we try not to think too much about it because we just don't know what is going to happen, as Lorna told just now. And we go with an open mind. And of course, things happen, like not the way we subconsciously presumed it would go. There would be glitches. First of all, there'll be technical glitches if we are in a face-to-face meeting, or even online, it could happen. And then we go in with, perhaps if we are coaching directly one-on-one, we go in with the question or the reason the coachee or the mentee says that they want to get coaching for something they want. And we realize after coaching them for a while that it's not the real reason that they need help with. So it's not a setback, but it can throw you off a bit because you need to really be very good at listening and feeling, I would say feeling as well, to knowing what the other person is trying to express without them saying the words. And that takes a lot of open-mindedness, open-heartedness to just listen and feel and understand and ask the right questions. So it's like from one question to the other to the next, we have to really feel the question before we ask it. So it's nice because even though it throws us off in the beginning because we are there for a particular reason, but then after finding out there's a different reason, there's a different need of the participant, it doesn't become a setback because it comes like a breakthrough. We co-create with the participant or the coachee a breakthrough, and that's a wonderful feeling. So in this case, it's a setback from a setback, it's gone to serendipity. And we feel like, oh, this is why we are here. Mm-hmm. And it happens in small ways and it happens in big ways. And it is why we do what we do in coaching. Back to you, Mr. Topic.
Yeah, right. It kind of makes me think about from breakdown to breakthrough, actually, or a setback to bounce back. It actually reminds me a little bit about Ferzy's speech at the International Speech Contest in Anaheim, where he said, being a good coach is being there where the person needed you. And, he gave a great example. He acted it out and it was very animated. But that's a great, powerful message for all of us to be there for your mentee or your coachee where they need you, right? So great sharing there, Sharm. I'm going to have a very simple table topic for somebody who's not a trainer or a coach. Again, I think we had one more person.
Okay, we have an experienced Toastmaster, Sue Chen.
Oh, Sue Chen, who is not a coach or a trainer.
Who is not officially a coach or trainer, but she's had lots of experience within Toastmasters.
Cool. Sue Chen, this has got nothing to do with Toastmasters, but can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can.
Oh, very good. I can hear you super clear. Well, I think in some part of Miranda's presentation on setback, she said to not focus or dwell too much on a pity party. She used the word pity party. For those of you who haven't heard that term, it's very, very cute. PITY space PARTY. What she was trying to suggest to me, to us, to the listeners, is to focus on, feeling good about something. Actually, to understand that everything that happens to you, life actually is going to throw all of this at you. And how can you feel good about it because you became better or bolder or you learned from it? My simple question to you, don't worry about all that I spoke now. Just my simple question to you is, when you face a setback, Sue Chen, it could even be in the day, what do you do to feel good? Do you have a technique or a tip that you can share with us to feel good? What are your tips to feel good?
Thank you, Jay. A very good evening, good afternoon, and good day. To me, setback is something, it's like an opportunity. It could be a bad day initially, but after that, you cannot be sitting there and brooding about it because it will drain your energy. And if you want to live, that's me. If you want to live, you have to move on. And I have another phrase to share with you. Fail fast and move on. Don't dwell on it. Move. There are other things that you can explore. And when you have a setback, sit down and review what happened Next time, what should you do? Take the challenge and move on. Life is a journey. Don't give up on things. Maybe that time you started off, maybe heaven or universe will tell you, hey, you're going the wrong way. You must come the right way. Your focus is wrong. So review and say, I must try again and do another way. And things happen. Yes, I do agree, Marina, saying that setbacks are unexpected happenings to you. Yes. But the thing is just that it's an opportunity for you to move. And sometimes you'll be so comfortable in your comfort zone. You do not know that there are changes that need for you to move on so that can go on to the next platform. So that is how I've been surviving all this while. And with that, I share it with my new club members where they are also sharing with me with their issues. And from there, I pick up being a listener and help them. Through helping them, I also gain. And with that, my life become richer. And the next thing which I pick up from Marinda is resilience. Yes, you must be agile, adapt to life. And that's how you should move on. Back to you.
Wow. You certainly heard her presentation from first word to the last, I think, Sui Chen. Wonderful sharing, by the way. And also, you've been a great listener. My takeaway from your analysis of my question or processing of my question is you can turn an adversity to your advantage if you have the right mindset to do that. Not everybody does that, but a lot of people who are successful turn adversities to advantages, which is what I try to do in my life. I probably have one more question. Do we have time for one more?
I think we're running short.
We're running short of time, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'll stop here then. All right. Hand it back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the evening.
All right. That was a very interesting table topic session. And it's so nice to hear everyone's perspectives on ideas from that training that we had. We learned from them as well, the table topic speakers as well. Yes, our next session is going to be moderated by Siu Chen. Siu Chen, you will take the stage for any open Q&A from anybody in this room about the sessions that we've gone through. Yes, Siu Chen.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sham. Thank you. A very evening, good day, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I personally enjoyed the two sessions. The first session was really create a curiosity in me. AI, use of AI. That was certainly a very interesting topic, which I am now dwelling in it and trying to master AI so that upskill me. And thank you, Helena, for sharing that. I will take note of it. And the next speaker was Marinda. Wow, Marinda was really good. She really gave us reminders about setback, about moving on with life. Don't think about setback. Think about serendipity. Take the steps and take action. And I review her steps. Yes, I do adopt her steps. And that's how I've been surviving all this while. So, ladies and gentlemen, now I want to hear from all of you, from the true, wonderful speakers who have shared their training tips and valuable ideas with us. So, anyone want to start first with your sharing?
Lorna, I think she's going to share something.
Yep.
Yes, Lorna, please.
I was just thinking about Helena's presentation, and I have tried Udly, Helena, and I really enjoy it a lot. I wanted to ask, now that you found AI, how often during the day do you find yourself going back to it? And is it not maybe another form of now screen time, extra screen time for you?
Yeah, thank you for the question. I have to admit, I do not use it too often. And I'm more interested in one of the other AI games that I haven't told you about. It's about the storytelling. Screen time, Mm, I think it's still quite interactive, isn't it? I mean, they ask, we answer. It's more that uh, I won't. I don't think that it is too addictive. Honestly speaking, I mean, I love screen time. Yeah, I mean, I like to play games on internet, and then I can take play games for a long time. But for Udly, I think after 15 minutes, half an hour, it's already enough. It's very strange. I don't know why. In the beginning, it's fun to see. I mean, the pauses and so on. I think you can stop after
Mm.
15 minutes. It is possible to stop. So it's even though it's more screen time, but it's not too addictive though. Yeah, maybe because there's not really a score or so, but they do show what is interesting, especially for the table topics one that I showed you, and that I was not even able to demonstrate. It really shows about the pace, about the ums and ahs. So it's interesting, but it's not addictive. Thank God.
Thank you. Thank you, Helena. Next, we have Sham. You're next.
Yeah. This question is to Miranda.
Yes.
Yeah, Miranda, what's the quickest way to get out of, in your experience, from being in a state of pity party or panic to being curious and open? I mean, what tips can you give to get from that place to the quickest way?
First, I would say, Charm, it takes practice to get better, quicker and quicker. But I find that it's like the quickest mantra for me is like, okay, I just acknowledge first. I don't like this. I don't want this. Now, without giving it extra thought, without mulling over it or trying to be right or like whatever's going on in your head, go directly to say, how do I want to feel right now? And what do I want? You know, the situation. Well, I want more peace. I want more cooperation. I want ease, whatever, you know. And that is something that I find we all need to learn to express what we want, because, yeah, through so many traumas in our lifetimes, most of us had given up on wanting, because wanting or desiring things had been associated with more pain than with more joy. The wanting itself is joyous, but then you get disappointed when you're not getting it. Maybe shot down by your family, by your parents. You can't have it because of this. And then you get disappointed, and that's painful. So next time you said, okay, I'm not going to want so much because it's painful when you get let down. So eventually you want less and less and less. So now when you ask yourself, or people ask you, what do you want? I find as a life coach, many people have difficulty in answering that. So reframing that is by practice. It's like, I don't like what's happening right now. And then, you know, the more quick, like practice, like, okay, I don't have to like this or to live with this. What do I want? How do I want to feel? It's like the first one, it's like, oh yeah, I can want other things. You know, that realization will come to you. Is like, because we're not used to it. So yes, yes, I can want something else, something that is better. I can want it. I can dream it, and then just relax. Don't worry about the how. And this is if you refer to Simon Sinek. Simon Sinek say, just worry about the why. Don't worry about the how. The how is always where we get tripped off, because then we don't know. We have to ask people. We don't feel good, and that's where all the mess in the head happen. How do you look at it?
Thanks, Miranda. That really helps.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I'm
Miranda.
sure I'm going
Thank
to
you.
share it.
Yes. So time is really coming up, but can we take one more question from among the, okay, Jai, over to you.
I have a question for Harlina regarding AI. Harlina, you spoke of Udly, but you have heard of Chat GPT, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and my question is this afternoon, Sharmini and I were watching a very cute, interesting little AI generated animation of a cat slurping a bowl of noodles while reading an anime comic book. It was super cute, super realistic. Now, why did I bring that up? Uh, as we go forward, more and more, do you feel, Harlina, that AI is going to intrude into the jobs of real creators and thinkers? Because now you can ask ChatGPT to create content, to write for you, word perfect, grammar perfect, everything, and even create animation or videos. So, are we going to become more and more high tech but low touch?
Touch. High tech but low touch. Are you saying that we are not really we're not really using our brain anymore, isn't it? We
Yes,
give all
yes,
the
I'm
work
saying
to
that.
the AI,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes.
On one hand, we are, but then again, when I was looking at the follow-up questions that I got the from the table topics that I tried,
Mm.
I start to steal from Miranda, yeah. I start to see a pattern that I can actually use for questions that I would like to create for my table topics. So that is actually one way how we can use AI. On one hand, okay, they will do all the thinking for us, maybe when we are in a hurry or so. And
Mm.
but then again, yeah, the AI is only produces what it get. There's only output depending on the input. Okay, they
Mm.
can get more clever, but still they're limited to their knowledge. And for the moment, I think our creativity still wins from AI. Okay, they can create weird things and so on, but still we can still go some other way. So I think AI can still be a big inspiration for us to create other things. Uh,
Mhm.
Another illustration is this is totally besides the topic, yeah. But the once I met this guy and he is creating video games, but they cannot say, "Oh, video game, I want this character." They cannot do that because of rights, author rights. If not,
Yeah.
they
I
have to say,
think
"Oh, this
Miranda,
is the author of this and this and this." So therefore, they can
Yeah,
only say, "I want a villain," and then AI creates it, but they cannot copy exactly because then they will get in trouble. So then,
yeah.
based on what they see from the AI, then they still have to do their own thinking. So there will still be a human touch. AI
I
can
think
give
Miranda has a
inspiration,
question.
cannot be 100%.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that. And I think what you're saying is the output is only as good as the input. I like that answer, Harlina.
Suchan, Miranda has a question, I think.
Okay, Marinda, what to you?
Yeah, it's not exactly a question. It's actually a comment because I use AI a lot. I have my PA, personal assistant, and it's very smart. You can even ask coaching questions. However, like I would be the first one who tells people do not make AI your do your speech,
Mm.
create a,
Yeah, yes, yes,
because it
correct.
just does. So I can smell it like from a mile
Yeah,
away.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
one of my mentee does that. And I said, how did you get this speech done? Because AI has its place, and
Mm,
yeah, that input, I
mm.
would like super stress the input. I mean, you have to give a very, very good prompt,
Prompt. Yeah.
very specific. Like if I would write a speech, like I would say, okay, create something that will have any of all of these elements with this detail, and then make it what tone, make it like
Mm,
inspire, make it uplifting. And then I put like a lot of thoughts into the comments, and
mhm.
come quite close. But I would not use it as a speech per se. I would create an outline,
Guideline,
create maybe like a official
framework.
message, but not so much like a something personal. I could ask it to tidy things up afterwards, like to improve the writing a bit, clean it up, just the syntaxes, the grammar a little bit. But then I would still check it. If it doesn't sound like me, then I would edit it. Yeah. So it's your ownership of your speech. Your speech has to sound like how you want it to sound.
Yes, agreed.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you, Miranda. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your great participation. Time's up already. Over to you, Sham.
Thank you, Siu Chen, for conducting or moderating the very interesting Q&A session. So we've come more or less to the end of this meeting. Let's hand it over to our president to wrap up for today. Helena, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Well, we had an interesting meeting about AI and also about setbacks that can be comebacks. Actually, I had a setback today, a very big setback. We're going to have a hybrid meeting this Saturday, and then it turns out that the visual aids isn't working properly. We did a test, and visual and audio didn't work. And he said, yeah, but with other people it works. But unfortunately with us it didn't. So we were kind of in a panic, and I was pulling my hair because my club has a projector. My goodness, we have a projector, and I could have just brought it with me. I know it's a bit of a hassle, but I have enough place, I have enough strength, and to bring it, as a backup. There's something that I learned today. I mean, I have everything, I have everything as a backup, but I didn't bring it. And this is the second time that it happened to me. And I said, Sri is not a charm in this. So now I know if there's a training, if there is a Toastmasters meeting and it's a hybrid meeting, please bring your backup. So therefore,
Helena,
yeah.
I forgot to ask for us to take a picture. So maybe you
Oh
can do
yes,
it now.
yes.
Yeah.
And then so let's have a picture. So my conclusion is electronics is great, but please break back up. That is a setback, but you can always prepare yourself to for your comeback. So
Yep.
thank you very much,
Plan
and let's
B.
have a
Plan B.
picture.
So, Marina,
Yeah,
look
plan
into the
B.
camera.
All right. Oh, who's going to take the picture? I'm going to take picture, yeah? Okay.
Yep.
The formal one. One. This is the setback one. 1, 2, 3.
No setback.
One moment. Here, let me put it here. Oh, here. This one. And this one is for the comeback. Yes, the comeback. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Let me check.
It's the same. For me, it's the same. Get back and come back is the same.
Because you're already on the comeback, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank
Get
you.
back to
Thank
me.
you. Yes, pictures taken. And
Taken.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Yep.
so much that we
So-
learned today, and I hope if next time we hope to get more people and